Welcome to the Muni Enthusiast. I didn't put a video up yesterday because I was working on the car. I've finished one side now. The sill is completely in. It's all spot welded on the lip along the door. I've still some welding to do inside, and I've basically just primed it up just now. But I will have to cut it back to do the lead loading to make the floor a bit nicer. Matt Green, who's got his jet black, he's doing a video soon on the door skins, and I'll do the door that's on the car now. I'll sandblast it, clean all the rust out the bottom. It's the frame, it's not the skin on mine that's bad, it's the frame. And it's a lot of work to take a door skin off one of these things. So I'm going to lead load it in because they're not that bad, it's just the frame. And this one is actually in much better condition. So look out for that. I will be doing a door skin on the other Cooper if and when it comes to it, but it'll be some time, possibly a year or more, because I've got so much other work with the XKs. Anyway, I'll take you over to the car and I'll show you what we're at. What I want to do tonight basically is give you a couple of little tips and things about how to do certain jobs, because if you've not done it before, these videos are obviously made for people that are doing it first time or have not gone this deep into doing many. Obviously people who are building on a regular basis know all these things, so hopefully they help out. So I'll show you what we're up to on this. So as you can see, I popped the wing on just now, and it was just the front's not on, but I popped the wing on just to see how this A-frame works out. And as you can see there, the gap is not too bad on it at all. Yeah, sorry, this is Sherwood green and this is just Amorite, but Amir cleaned it and then he painted it over, but I'll have to take it off again. You can see the door gap's pretty good, and with minis there's quite a bit of, there's not too much of a bow, but there is a bit of a bow. So obviously the critical point is the centre of the door, because when it opens, this is where the gap needs to be right. So if I can open that door and show you, if I can, hang on. So you can see there, it looks like it's going to catch, and it's not. And you can see the bottom and the top is more. So you can see that's a good indication. So when you line these up, when you want to line them up, the A post inside or the flitch panel, you can just cut it back a little bit so you can get a bit more movement on it. These are the originals, and this is the original wings, as you can see. As you can see from underneath, all the outer sills in now. This jacking point is a good example. The best way I found to do it, to try and weld that onto the inner sill and then get the outer sill to line up, is pretty difficult. You know, because it's two pieces. The way I found was the easiest way to do it was to pre-weld it to the inner sill. So you're welding it here and so on and so forth. Now that means obviously you can't then weld it to the inner sill. So what I did was, in fact, is I marked it where it was going to go, and then I drilled holes so I can catch this and these sides here from the inside of the inner sill, and I can quickly show you that, hopefully. I'll get this torch on here. I hope this will show up. Whoop. So you can see there, I hope that's going to show, is it? Where are we? Yeah, you can see there's the holes there, which I'll weld and catch in there and there. This is piece will come out. I haven't finished this yet. I've got to weld all the way up there, but that's how it's going to be done. I hope that's showing. So that's quite the easiest way I found, and as you can see here, I was just spot welded it all the way along, and I've got to cut all that back now. So it's welded on the bottom side and the top, and I'll do it all the way up in the corner, and then I'll lead load it once all the welding's finished. So yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. The gap is pretty good there. I wanted to check the wing because I want to see how everything fits up. You can see there, I'm going to maybe elongate the holes a little bit and pull the hinge over slightly. There's a slight dip in it, not too much. But what I have got here is if you're doing doors, these are paddles, special paddles for doing doors, so you can lift them. You know, you can put them in and pull them across, and you can see that's not on at the moment, and that'll get you some movement on it. But also they use them for lifting doors up, which is how I did it with the E-type. And as you can see, this is the original A-frame and original wing, and the wing is in perfect condition inside. There's a bit of filler on it. Both wings are good, but these edges are knackered, and this is a problem when people take these cars. This one was made to look like a Mini Sport 500, which it wasn't. It was a Cooper 1.3 SPI, and because of the big Yokohama wheels, the wheel arch is too low, so you'll catch the tyres on it. And what people normally do is they cut the arch, cut the extra piece off an inch or so, and then they shove it up inside. And this is why this is all damaged. So this is the actual part you need. It's a heritage part which actually goes in there, goes on the inside. And you need that because otherwise, if you don't put that on, there's too much flex in this. Now, this one is in pretty bad condition, so I'm going to cut all the grot out, and then I'll put this strengthener in, and then get it all lined up properly. What I also intend to do is, that's on the outside, it's not where it's meant to be, it goes on the inside. What I'll also do is because the sports pack arches are going on here, you've got this bit of gap here between the edge and the body, and consequently, you know, the tyres are much bigger. So what's happening is all the rain is going up here, and what tends to happen is the water gets caught on this edge. So what I'm going to do in my case is I'm going to take, once this is in place and welded, I'm going to actually lead load this edge on both, back and front, because it's the same for both of them, and put a little lead, if you like, taper on it. So you imagine kind of like that. So yeah, so it was an angle, and then if any rainwater, or I mean, it won't go out to in the winter, but if you go out in any water, the rain will run off it, and this is why the lips get rotten around here. So it's something to think about. If you put edging on it, anything like that, you'll just trap the water. So this is something to be aware of. But yeah, she's coming on. I'll do the other side now in the next couple of days, and then what I'll do then is I've got this off the ground now, so I can actually lift this off the front and put the front on and check it all, make sure it's okay. But these will be sandblasted before they go back on, and the other wing is in even better condition than that one. So that's where we're at. Yeah. Still a lot of work to go. You can see I've put that scuttle on there just to see. What my other intention is to do is to lead load this here, because they're terrible. People normally put silicone in them, but it can sometimes trap water underneath them. The water will go in there, and it'll sit onto this support cup underneath, the support for the scuttle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead load it. And I'm also going to lead load here and along the front, which I'll show you in a later, you know, where they come together. I don't like minis that are de-seamed. They just don't look right. You know, these seams, I think they look much nicer with them. That's the way they were made. But I think it'll look much better here and on the front. So all the edgings here, instead of sticking silicone in it, I'll do that. And the last thing is there's two guys called Bad Obsession Motorsport, really brilliant videos. They stick in a 4-wheel drive 2-litre supercharged, whatever it is, turbocharged Subaru engine in this car, and this Mini, unbelievable. You should take a look at it. And they pointed out something about these indicators, these where these lights go. When I checked it, one is 38mm and the other side's 37. And I think that's actually been put in the wrong place, or it's another wing. Anyway, something to look out for. Hopefully I'll do another one in the next few days. But I think you'll agree it's looking quite nice now. Anyway, take care. And that's my phone gone off, so bye. Bye for